If you're here right now, it's because you want to learn techniques on how to think positive thoughts. Hi, my name is David Ogaba. In this video, I am going to share with you 7 techniques that you can use right now to turn your negative thoughts into positive thinking and empowering thoughts today. Without further ado, let's get started. Technique number 1 to start thinking positive thoughts is to think about the things you want. A lot of time, a lot of people only think about the things they don't want. And guess what? When we think about the things we don't want, we tend to get more of the things we don't want. Where our focus goes, that is where energy flows. So what I want you to do in this first technique is to think about the things you want. Instead of thinking about how that you were disappointed, how that you were rejected, how that the job you applied for didn't work out, I want you to begin to think about what you want instead. Think about yourself being accepted. Think about yourself wealthy. As you think about the things you want, you attract more of it to yourself. So let's go to the second techniques that you can use today to start thinking positive thoughts, which is to think about how to get the things you want. In this second step to thinking positive thoughts, all I want you to do is to begin to think about the how. When you think about how can I get this thing? And you keep on pondering on the how, you are thinking thoughts that will present to you the blueprint, the step-by-step process that you can use to get the stuffs you want. With that being said, let's get to the third technique that you can use today to practice positive thinking, and which is practice gratitude. A lot of times we grumble about a lot of things. How that we were rejected, how that things didn't go the way we want them to go. But we forget to look at also the positive sides of things. How that the other day you got a lift, how that you got an idea, how that someone assisted you the other day to cross the road. Whatever it is, don't wait until you achieve the big stuff before you start giving thanks for the little things that is happening right now in your life. When you give thanks for the little things you have, you open the doors for bigger things to happen to you. When you give thanks, you open the channel to keep on thinking positive thoughts. Okay, with that being said, let's get to the fourth technique that you can use today to build a positive mindset, which is to do more of the things you love to do. A lot of time why we think negative or speak negative about ourselves is because we are trying to do stuff that are super hard or things that we don't like to do. In this stage, I want you to go ahead and do the things you know how to do best. Do the things you love to do more. If you love playing the guitar, go ahead and play more of the guitar. If you love singing, go ahead and sing. Sing more. What you're doing at this point is you're putting yourself in this positive frequency, because as you do more of the things you love to do, you open yourself to this positive energy flowing. And when you are in that spirit, you are thinking positive thoughts at that moment. And someone once told me, he said to me, David, the way you do one thing is the way you do all things. So when you do what you know how to do best, that energy will have a ripple effect on how you tend to do other things tomorrow. So whatever it is for you, go ahead and do more of the things you love to do best. With that being said, let's get to the fifth technique that you can use to start thinking positive thoughts today, which is to surround yourself with positive people. There was a time I told my friend that I wanted to learn a skill, a particular skill. And what he did was he told me that that skill is no longer in vogue. That skill is outdated. And immediately I gave up on that thing. He didn't give me a better skill to go for, but he just told me that that thing I want to go for, I can't go for it. It's outdated, right? What you want to do here is to surround yourself with positive people. By surrounding yourself with positive people, you tend to think positive thoughts. Even when you bring an idea to them, they have a way of speaking to you in a positive way that will energize you to go for those things you want to do. So instead of surrounding yourself with negative people what you want to do here is to surround yourself with positive people, because at the end of the day, just as Jim Rohn said, that we are the sum of the 5 people we surround ourselves with. If you surround yourself with 5 negative people, you are the 6th in their midst. But when you surround yourself with 5 positive people, you are also the 6th in their midst. So surround yourself with positive people will ultimately help you to start thinking positive thoughts. With that being said, let's get to the 6th technique that you can use to start thinking positive thoughts today, and which is to treat yourself well. How do you speak to yourself, especially when things didn't go the way you want them to go? Do you insult yourself? Do you beat yourself up? In this technique, I want you to learn to treat yourself well. Speak to yourself well. And you can go ahead and even buy yourself a bottle of soft drink if you want, or a chocolate, or allow yourself to see a movie as a way of celebrating yourself, even though what you wanted didn't go the way you wanted to go. That way you have a way of energizing yourself. Instead of allowing yourself to be in this negative frequency where you're always thinking, this thing I tried doing didn't work out well, you're flipping the script and you're telling yourself, you know what, you're going to do this thing better next time. With that being said, let's get down to the 7th technique that you can use to start thinking positive thoughts today. But before I tell you what that technique is, if you're new to this channel, I want you to go on and like the video and hit the subscription button so that when I'm putting videos like this, you will be the first to be notified. With that being said, what is the 7th positive thinking technique that you can use today to start thinking positive thoughts? The 7th positive thinking technique is to practice positive self-talk. There was a time a friend of mine told me that she knows that there is nothing good that is going to come from her. How do you speak to yourself? In this particular technique to thinking positive thoughts, I want you to practice positive self-talk. Those moments where you hear yourself speaking negative stuff in your head, like, are you sure I'm going to make it? Are you sure I won't fail at that? I want you to turn those words around. When your negative self-talk is, are you sure I'm going to make it? Tell yourself, I'm going to make it. Yes, I will make it. When your negative self-talk tells you that you're not enough, bro, you can't go for that, tell yourself that I am going to go for that and I am going to win at that. This is how you practice positive self-talk. And there you have it, the 7 techniques that you can use to start thinking positive thoughts today. And if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel so that when I put out content like this, you will be the first to be notified. Until I come your way again, I want you to keep thinking positive thoughts. Peace. Bye-bye.